Welcome to the Blackberries podcast, where we discuss all kinds of things. Welcome.
Hi, we're the Blackberries. I'm Raven.
And I'm Heather.
And today, we don't have a topic, but we're just,
Shooting shit.
yeah, pretty much. This is the Frybread Chronicles.
Wait, no, are we getting interviewed?
Yeah,
Today I'm getting my first job.
Okay, so, fine.
I can't see me.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask you questions, and you can just answer them, okay? And if you want to elaborate on the question,
No, that's the fun part.
yeah, you tell me whatever the hell you want to tell me. Okay, so the first question, just be random, is cereal a soup?
No.
Why isn't it a soup?
I gotta look up the definition of soup. Wait, this is like a whole hot take. Like, people think that, and also like are hot dogs sandwiches?
No, hot dogs are its own category. But
Yeah,
no,
people think that hot dogs are sandwiches and cereal is soup.
I want to say cereal isn't soup because it's cold, but there are cold soups.
There are.
But what's a soup?
What defines it as a soup? You
I
put
think
it in
have
a
to
bowl.
Cook the things together.
Well, because there's a stew as well, which is different.
Yeah.
But it's kind of the same concept.
Yeah. But either way, you have to cook the things together in one bowl.
Right. Yeah, you don't cook
But
cereal.
you can cook cereal.
Well, we're not talking about oatmeal.
That's cereal. It's classified as cereal.
But you didn't say hot or cold cereal.
I just asked a question of what is cereal soup.
No, cereal
But
is
I
not
still
soup.
think that if it's like grains like malted meal or oatmeal, you're not cooking things together. You're just cooking it by itself. So like.
So that's what
I think
makes
to
it.
be a soup, you have to have multiple ingredients cooked together
And a broth.
in
Milk isn't
some.
broth.
But tomato soup is just tomato.
No, it isn't.
No, it
You
isn't.
have broth in it.
What if you just make it just with tomato?
Then it's a paste.
Because cereal isn't alone. You put milk in it.
Okay, but milk isn't broth.
So is that the difference?
I mean, I don't know. I know there's not a right answer, but like I'm gonna stick to my guns and no.
Hey, it's
Some
not a
soups
right or
have
wrong
dairy, so I'm
answer.
not even. But like, I would never freaking put Fruit Loops in like a.
Well, and
I keep
also,
thinking of like Fruit Loops, and you just pour the milk in and like stir it with a fucking.
right, but like also you eat
Put some
cereal at breakfast.
seasonings in there.
Like it's traditionally a breakfast food,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and soup is not. Like you wouldn't say
Does
I'm
that
having
change your
breakfast soup.
classification for it?
I think so.
But you can have breakfast for dinner.
What makes hot dog not a
But
sandwich?
would you? But be for real. Like if you had breakfast for dinner, would cereal be on that menu?
Yes.
No, it would not.
I've never heard of someone having cereal for dinner and calling it breakfast for dinner.
Maybe if you're like a stoner.
That's 2 a.m., not dinner.
No, my oldest cereal. Breakfast,
Yeah,
lunch, and dinner.
That's not
Yeah,
to say
cereal's
so
the shit,
skinny.
but like if you were like, let's have breakfast for dinner, you're not gonna be like, fucking Cheerios.
Right. Right. It's more like pancakes or like hash browns
Yeah,
and sausage
literally.
and bacon and stuff like that.
Or,
Okay.
or like French bread casserole. No, not French bread. French toast casserole.
Huh? Okay, next question.
My OnlyFans is at.
Stop.
Don't, you're gonna make me pee.
We need a brief intermission for a bathroom break and a pants change.
Gonna need some Febreze over here.
Wait, why does your pee smell?
Does it your pee smell?
No, it's like clear and it doesn't have a smell.
Are you sure pee smells? You could smell it when somebody pees, so it
Are
smells.
you like eating asparagus all the time?
Yes.
Asparagus is the shit. It's so good.
I can't.
Next question.
You don't like asparagus. Yeah, what's the next question?
Okay, so you win, or no, so you're in a contest and you have the opportunity to go into a shopping spree, but you can only pick one store and you have 30 minutes to spend $50,000. But you can't buy electronics, cars, anything like that. You got to pick a store to go into.
REI.
What is that?
It's like Shields.
Oh, okay. We're in Great Falls. We don't know what that is. Or at least I don't.
It's similar to Shields, but like it's like Walmart and Target.
Mixed together?
No, like Walmart is Shields and Target is REI.
Okay. I see what you're saying. But could you spend it in 30 minutes? 50 grand.
Now REI, you get like fucking like kayaks and like hiking gear and like scuba gear. You could get like hunting shit. Like you could grab a bunch of guns. I wouldn't be grabbing them. I'm just saying you could. Like it would be easy to spend that much money.
I don't know.
Too bad Vasa doesn't have a store.
What?
Because then I could just pay off my student loans.
Yeah.
I want to say Target, but I don't know.
50,000 Target, because like, even though there's so much you want to buy, like it's hard to like accumulate that much at once.
I don't think it is, because I barely bought anything the other day and it was already $400.
And like imagine buying that like.
So if you bought everything you needed for like
about
a
100 of
like a
those
house or
cards.
something, you could probably get pretty close.
Yeah. I don't think I could do it in 30
30
minutes, though.
I
Because
don't think so
decisions, like, you
Yeah.
have to make decisions. And I'm a meticulous shopper in a way.
IKEA. I just said IKEA. What? You could buy like your entire house stuff in like IKEA because you just buy like the whole room.
Yeah, there you go.
You're like that's
That
the
would
room
be
I
a
want.
good store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spend 50. You could easily spend that in 30 minutes
Yeah.
there. So.
Why do you like Adam Sandler movies?
What do you mean?
Like, you like them a lot. Why?
Because that's my dad.
Does he know that?
I hope so. Matter of fact, he's a little bit behind on child support. I don't know. It's probably like a nostalgia childhood thing.
Yeah.
Because we watched them like a lot, like Big Daddy,
Mm-hmm.
Little Nicky. I remember seeing Mr. Deeds?
Yeah. And
Oh,
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, like I actually only watched Happy Gilmore for the first time this year.
Really?
Yeah.
I think one time I skipped school and like went home and had like a little Adam Sandler marathon with my mom, and my grandma got like pissed because I didn't tell her I was not going back to school.
Yeah. So if it just like the same way, or the same reason I like The Simpsons so much, it's like a childhood thing. It's like I come home after school and me and Daniel would watch it. So it's not that they're really good. I don't think that like he has the same sense of humor in all of his films, which I personally don't find funny.
Yeah.
But it's just a comfort thing for real.
I think he can be funny, but it's not like I don't find it a trait of like a good actor that you like seeing the same person in all your movies.
Right.
Like usually a good actor is like someone who can like play a whole completely different role and like seem like a different person and like play that character really well. So like I feel like Jim Carrey and Adam Sandler movies, like they're all very similar, but like funny in their own ways. Like people, and a lot of people don't like them. Like it's just like that type of humor.
Well, yeah. So, like, somebody pointed out to me that his movies are inclusive. Did you ever realize that? Like, he's like friends with all the people, like even the weird peoples.
You've watched one more recently than me.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, because I was like, that's interesting. I never thought about it. Do you have an opinion on the whole Bad Bunny, Super Bunny? What is it?
Super Bunny. You
Bad
mean
Bunny
Bad Bunny at
Super
the bowl? At the Super Bowl?
The halftime show.
No.
You don't have an opinion on it?
I mean, like, there are plenty of people who do have an opinion on it, but who cares? I mean, like, I saw a video of on TikTok where the guy had like screen recorded people complaining about it and then listing off their favorite artists, like their favorite country artists, and then the guy who was making the video about it posted their monthly listeners, and I think the highest one was some country artist who had 12 million monthly listeners, and then Bad Bunny's got 78 million.
Right.
Holy shit.
So he's popular everywhere, and people are like, because he speaks Spanish and his music is Spanish culture, but Puerto Rico is an American
territory.
Right. So he's American.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Puerto Rican, but he's part of the,
Yeah.
But I don't care. Like, I mean, if that's the only thing you have to be upset about, your life must be really good.
I don't even know what all happened. I just know, like, I saw, like, a few posts on, like, political sites about, like, the Trump part of it. But I didn't actually, like, see the clips of what happened.
Well, they're upset because he won't tour in the U.S., but accepted performing at the Super Bowl, which is, a very American thing.
Mm-hmm.
But his reasoning for not wanting to tour in the U.S. is because of everything going on with ICE
Mm-hmm.
and them targeting American citizens and people who are here legally
Yeah.
for being a different skin color, for speaking Spanish, which, was messed up.
Yeah.
So, and the same people that have a problem with this have the same problem with Kendrick Lamar. It's not about what language you speak, it's the color of your skin.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to be so divided, and I think with the way the current government is going, they feel a lot safer being outwardly racist
Mm-hmm.
or prejudiced.
That's super accurate. Like, my cousin's, like, boyfriend, who was Mexican but a U.S. citizen, was deported, and, like, a couple of my friends, like, family members were deported. They were all, like, citizens for their whole life. And one of my best friends, who's black and from Kenya and also a U.S. citizen, like, won't travel right now. Like, he can't fly. Because
A lot of people
they're
can't.
targeted, yeah.
Like I saw some video of this girl. She was in Italy because her and her, I want to say fiance, maybe it was her boyfriend, were on a trip there, and like because of some executive order, they had to come back like right away because they were like, if you're out of the U.S., you're not going to be allowed back in.
Yeah.
And she got to stay, but he had to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's crazy.
crazy times we're living in.
They really are. It's like scary.
Yeah.
Like I had to, well, I didn't have to, because the tribe that I'm from, the Blackfeet tribe, gave us, I think a month this past summer
Mm-hmm.
to get our tribal IDs for free if we didn't have them.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Well, yeah.
Because,
Are people getting detained
yeah,
in our state for being brown?
yeah.
And they're like, well, I'm glad I have my tribal ID. There was a mom and a daughter who stopped to help somebody on the side of the road because their car had broken down or something. I saw this pretty recently. They got detained.
No shit.
I don't think they're from here, but regardless of that,
Yeah.
that's not right. Like, they were just helping somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So that was
Heavy.
deep.
That
That was
was
heavy.
But it's scary though. Like, I mean, me as like a white person who doesn't have to be scared, like, necessarily for that reason, like, is still like insanely afraid because of my like friends like could be targeted at any point.
right.
And it's like a completely different experience for me than it is for you, but like still like just like crazy to me, and like not something like that's never happened before or that's so much different from like the way this country has been going for a long time, but it's just that it's so much more like outwardly expressed right now.
Yeah, I think we're like in extremist times.
Yeah.
Like, they act like everybody who isn't white or whatever or doesn't have the same beliefs as them is a threat.
Yeah.
When in reality, I think the threat is people who are uneducated and blindly following someone who
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not big into politics, but nowadays you kind of have to be
Mhm.
because it affects every waking part of our lives
Mhm.
in the U.S.
And ignorance makes people sound stupid. Like, ignorance and money is, like, most of the biggest problem.
Right. But, like, you know, even if you're not super political, like, you know what's right and what's not.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has a right to tell somebody else that they don't have a right to be here. We don't own this earth. Because you can't take it with you.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I mean, you can't take anything with you when you go. So, who, you know, put that into place? Like, well, we need rulers and we need all of this other stuff and
The foundation of the world
right
is built on fucking bureaucracy.
yeah, and misogyny.
Yeah. We just went into like, this world is fucking corrupt as shit. Okay.
On the lighter side of things,
Well, you know what?
Girl was like, "What's so bad, Bunny?" And we were like, "The world."
That's the thing. Is like racism runs everything.
Yeah.
Like think about it. I don't remember exactly. I'll have to look more into this, but like, you know, when they started the American Dream, like the white picket fence, the family, the son and daughter.
Yeah.
You know what dogs that they originally used for the American Dream were pit bulls.
Aww.
And then when those neighborhoods that people lived in, and again, I don't know how 100% true this is, but I wouldn't say it's far-fetched, like when they became a little bit more diversified, the white people left. And they abandoned those dogs, and it became like the bad neighborhood, the poor neighborhood. And so that's why pit bulls are associated as like aggressive breeds and or an aggressive breed and
Yeah.
all that. Like even Shadow, I feel bad sometimes because I think people, and I didn't see this so much in St. Louis, but everywhere else I've lived with him, I think people judge him without knowing him because his owner's brown. And he looks the way that he looks.
Yeah.
Now, if a white woman had him, they probably wouldn't think
Oh my
nothing
god, he's
of
so
it.
cute. Can I pet him?
Right. But
Like,
when
no.
people approach me, they're like, does he bite?
Yeah.
you know, it's interesting that you say that because being a mixed person, like I'm not white in any means. When I take Daniel's dog out, which is a German Shepherd mix, and then I have Shadow, because to me Shadow's very timid. Like, and he's old. I mean, the guy could barely walk.
Yeah.
But Odysseus is big. But he's a very tame dog.
Right.
And I've seen people cross the fucking street.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I have them outside, one can barely run. The other one ain't gonna do shit. But they do. They cross the street.
Yeah.
Like that incident where I had them out, and I didn't have them on leashes because they're actually pretty good with not being, because they listen to my voice, right?
Yeah.
But this one instance, this guy's walking with his dog, and the only one that went was Shadow. Shadow's like 100 years old.
Yeah.
And so he wobbled across the street, and the guy flipped his fucking lid. Like, he starts screaming. The dog wasn't even halfway through the street, and mind you, he was taking his time getting across the street. He was crawling, right? But the guy was already in defense mode, and his dog, because they feel your vibrations. They understand, like, there's something wrong here because my dad is flipping the fuck out. The human freaked out before the dog did.
Yeah.
And then he started battering, like trying to batter. And then our dog, Odysseus, ran over because he's like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
He wasn't barking. They weren't growling. There was nothing like that. But the guy just attacked my dogs.
Oh my gosh.
And then I fell because I had to wrestle Shadow. And it was very interesting. You know, and I suppose people will be like, well, you should have had him on leashes. Well, maybe I should have, but I couldn't anticipate that happening per se, because that was one time out of 100 that happened.
Like, there's, like, people who, like, I think the leash argument is completely separate from the argument of, like, the situation. Where,
Right.
Like that way, the way that he reacted is different from, like, him reacting to them just being off leash.
Right.
Because, like, if they, like, he could have seen them from farther away until they put your dog on a leash and not had that whole altercation.
Well, most other people, like, when I've been outside with them in front of your place, will, like, see them and be like, because they know their dogs and they're, like, worried about their animals, and they're like, we'll just go a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a man that walks by every day with his little, I think they're, not pugs, but the little yappy,
Chihuahuas?
that. I think that's what they are. And he's very cognizant of the dog.
Mm-hmm.
So he will go across the street. And he's not mean about it. If I bring Odysseus out, Odysseus goes right into the yard.
Yeah.
He stays on his side of the thing. The guy just waves, hi, how are you? He's not mad. He's not, you know what I mean?
It's like a totally different social interaction.
It's totally different. And then, but it was, that incident, obviously it bothered me because I'm talking about it right now. But it was the human, it wasn't the dog.
Right.
So.
It usually is.
Yeah.
You know, to be fair, if I saw Odysseus coming at me, I'd be scared too. Because he's huge. And you never know. Like, if you're a stranger, yeah.
Well, yeah, if
I'm
you
not
don't know
justifying
him.
his behavior because I don't like that. Like, there's no reason for you to react like that.
Yeah.
People...
Or if he was, like, running at you.
Right. Like, people around here, I think, are very uppity about their dogs. Because there have been many situations at the dog park, which I don't really like the dog park. If there's nobody there,
scary.
I'll let Shadow run around, and as soon as anybody comes in, I'm like, it's time for us to go.
Yeah. That's what Daniel does with Odysseus. We keep him separate from other dogs. And I don't think Odysseus is a normal dog. He doesn't really know how to dog. He's just, I don't know what he thinks he is.
But he's a sweetie, though,
yeah.
too.
So, I mean, yeah.
Dog parks are scary because you never know what you're going to get or, like, what type of interaction you're going to have.
Right, and that's stressful because then you're stressing the animals out, and then it can get amplified.
When they're stressed from your stress, then everything gets worse. But like in Arizona, we have like dog park club type of things where there's like indoor or outdoor dog parks where you can have like a membership to it, and the dogs get vetted first, and like so then like your dog's gonna be like safe there and stuff.
Yeah, that's what they did in St. Louis. Yeah. You had to pay for a membership,
right?
Or there was a place called Bar K.
Yeah,
as a bar. They also serve food, but it's a indoor dog park, and they have referees.
That's
like
so
people
fun.
who are trained to separate dogs and kind of keep an eye on them, so you can kind of do whatever.
Yeah,
but
which that's not putting down like free dog parks and stuff like that. I wouldn't ever like try to get rid of those or anything, but like for people who like want to have that like extra like precaution and like safety and like they don't really like dog parks, that's a really nice thing to have.
Well, I have to now because he's old.
Yeah,
and I don't think he realizes he's old sometimes, and I'm like, he's not aggressive at all, and he likes to play, but
my dog is very social, like with people, so he's like more interested in like going to see like the other dogs like humans than other dogs.
Well, how Odysseus is like, there's those guys that go for walks like almost every day at the same time, and they'll walk by the house, and Odysseus will run up to them. They don't freak out.
Yeah.
They'll like reach out and pet him. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a mailman that even said, he goes, he's the only dog I will go near.
Really?
Yep.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel about like, you just said like they'll just reach out and pet him. Like, how do you guys feel about people like in public who just like will pet your dog without asking, or like walk directly up to you and like ask to pet your dog, and then if you say no, they're like offended?
I will absolutely say no.
Yeah.
There's no reason you need to touch my pet.
Like, I don't like when people just like walk right up and like touch them, like just assuming that they can, or like act like offended, like it was their right to pet your dog when you say no.
Yeah, because again, it goes back to you're a stranger to them, you're a stranger to us. Like, I had a little girl cut us off in the path, and she was on a scooter, no parents around, nothing, goes to reach for Shadow. He's not going to do anything.
Right.
But what if he was a dog that had, like, a reactive, like, past or something because he's a rescue? You never know, but Shadow's actually really docile. Well, he can pretty much do whatever, and he ain't gonna do anything, but that goes back to you. Like, if something does happen, then it's the owner's fault.
Yeah. And like, on one side, there's, like, every dog is different, but I don't think that, like, this is on the dog. Like, the dog's temperament can be anything. Like, whether your dog has problems with people. Like, my dog used to be very socially timid and, like, be afraid of, like, strangers, like, trying to pet him or something. So we've never, like, let people, like, reach out and grab him or something. And then, even if your dog is, like, perfectly trained, like, people shouldn't be, like, reaching out to pet them just, like, without asking, because, like, not only could they have a problem that you don't know about, like, it's also just rude to, like, assume that they're not, like, training, that they want to be pet, that the owner will let you pet them. Like, there's so many things that you're assuming by just, like, reaching out to grab someone's dog. And, like, my dog is now 3 weeks into, like, and, like, an official, like, boarding school training for him. And, like, so he should be, like, service dog trained as soon as he gets out and, like, be able to wear a vest and stuff. But if he's not wearing a vest, like, people will still try to just, like, walk up to him.
Yeah, I mean, animals have boundaries, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, a lot of times they will give you warning before.
Mm-hmm.
But there are times where their boundaries haven't been respected, and they'll immediately go to what they feel they need to do.
Right.
Because they can't talk.
I just think it's, like, a problem that people have, like, this idea that it's their right to touch, like, anybody or any, like, animal that they want to in, like, a public place. Like, what, even if I, like, was allowing it, like, I'm like, yeah, you can totally pet my dog, it's fine. Like, even if I was like that, like, if you don't, like, respect what I want and, like, just, like, automatically assume it's your right and you're entitled to anything you want, like, and you get offended as soon as it's not that, and I think that's a problem.
Yeah.
I feel like you've had that before. Like, I remember, like, when you lived in Birmingham, you would, like, walk Shadow. And, like, if you said no, people would be like...
They more, but more when I had Mercury. Because she's a husky.
Yeah.
And, you know, she's very pretty.
Yeah. I've seen it, like, dozens of times where people are like, no, he's training. And they're like, oh.
But here's the thing is, like, I would never ask somebody, like, a stranger. Maybe when I was, like, younger, I'd be like, oh, can I pet your dog? But nowadays, I'm like, eh.
No, I'll definitely do it now. But, like, I would respect their answer. Like, if, like,
Right.
I just did it across the street. So, like, we're just moving, right? Like, new people. Like, there's a super cute freaking dog across the street. I'm like, can I pet your dog through the fence? Like, I don't have to come over there or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh, yeah. He opened the fence right up and was like, here he is. Like, you can pet him. And I was like, this dog is, like, so cute. He's like, he's from Alaska. He's like, you don't see these much in Arizona, huh? And I was like, nope.
It's a big fluffy husky.
Yeah, he's, like,
That one over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him.
But, like, if that interaction was different and he was like, no, like, I don't want you to pet him, like, no, this is my house, no, he's not friendly, like, literally anything he said, I'd be like, oh, okay, thank you. And I walked away.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a big issue for a lot of people with dogs.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Should
Hers
we
is far away from her face. Boots and cats and boots and cats.
Okay, next question.
What is something that you've done recently that's embarrassing?
Breathe. About this.
Yeah, me too. I don't...
Why don't you start?
I pooped in public.
What? Girl's getting arrested soon. This podcast will be
No, I don't like pooping in a public place.
Mm-hmm.
That's normal.
That's embarrassing to me because there's points where like your ass is just it's just and there's fucking bugles going off and you can't stop it from happening. It's just like and there's offices right, you know what I mean? Like
train to Starbucks.
yeah, every time I drink coffee, that goes through me.
It's so funny that you say that because I've found people who like won't poop in public and think it's like disgusting and like embarrassing, but then I also know people who will only poop in public because they would rather like be like in a strange place and like not have their house smell bad.
I would prefer not to, but if I have to go, then I got to go.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you're at work and it's fine, but especially if it's a new job.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
They make travel poopery.
I know, but I'm not going to bring that because I just courtesy flush. You know, I mean, everybody will not, I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of people poop. So I don't know why it's embarrassing, but it is.
Yeah.
Because they know that I'm in there and that's what I'm doing. Why can't we poop quietly?
But like, if there's
some music.
Here's the thing, like, who's sitting there thinking about, oh, well, Heather just went to the bathroom, she must be pooping. Because that's a bigger issue.
Yeah, for real.
Right. Oh, I don't know that they're doing it. I just, because
it feels like it.
You internalize it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you're like, because you do hear people doing their business in the bathroom, because that's what the bathroom's for.
Mm-hmm.
But
nobody's like looking under my stall and like, ooh, girl,
well, I mean,
I know those shoes.
Like when they walk out after and the fucking smell lingers, and then you walk in afterwards.
I had
travel poopery. That wouldn't be a problem.
I've had that happen at work before, and there used to be like this wall that was so thin, and everyone could smell every time anyone puked. I mean, pooped. But like, people would be like, "Holy shit!" Okay. And everyone would be like there. And this one time, like, usually people are like, "Sorry, my bad. Like, don't go in there."
Yeah.
But like, one time this guy like lied. And they were like, "Damn." And he's like, "Yeah, I don't know who that was."
That's why I liked working at a hospital. There's multiple bathrooms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when I worked at the bakery, and I had to go, we had 2 bathrooms. So, that made it a little easier, but I never, pooped.
Yeah, your brother, he refuses to poop in public.
That's like bad for your like digestive system if you're just like holding it in all day.
I mean, I'm sure he goes at work because he's there for 8 hours or whatever. Yeah. But if we're like at a restaurant, he won't do it. He'll go home and do it. Because some people are vocal. I used to work with a gal. Her boyfriend. Vocal.
While they're pooping?
Like, he's like, oh, get out of me! Like, what the fuck? He's in there making, like, just going at it, like.
Maybe that's the only way he can.
Maybe. But you know that that's what he's doing. He's not holding back.
I don't want to talk about poop anymore. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I said, what's an embarrassing thing? That's how we got on the conversation.
Yeah,
we can change it. And what's your embarrassing thing?
I don't even know what happened to me in the last 24 hours.
I don't know. I don't really,
Nothing.
I was embarrassed like half an hour ago when everyone in the room was staring at me, judging me.
For what?
The pregnancy kink stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Now it sounds like I have a pregnancy kink. Right,
no.
No.
Stop.
Hey.
That just got fucking weird.
I know, it was supposed to be.
That was my embarrassing moment.
Not for real. But actually, that makes me I can't think of something. I need to put on my thinking hat.
Wait, can we come back? We'll circle back.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
So, if you can have any book turned into a movie, what book would you choose? Or what book series?
It's hard because all the movies are stuck anyway.
That's what I'm saying. You pick your book, what would you turn into a movie? Because, like, Levin Thumps, why isn't that a movie? That was actually a pretty good book. I read the first one, and I read the rest of it.
I started the 3rd one, and I lost it, so.
I'd rather turn something into a TV series.
Well, whatever. Just sort of like
put it on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm such a big reader that like if I like putting something on the screen usually like fucks it up. I'm not scared, but like I'm trying to think of something that would just be like interesting to see, like whether they did it right or not. If I just pretend I didn't see the book.
Right, because you have your own expectations.
Right.
Especially if you're like someone who's imaginative.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay, so
we talked about poop.
We're confusing you. It did something weird. So
the video just stopped. It paused.
is it still going?
It's going still, but yeah, it paused, and I don't know how long it's been on pause.
Oh shit.
Well, we'll find out later. I guess.
Yeah, for
Well,
real.
yeah, when I edit
That's what
it.
I said. Like, if we're confusing you, we were just talking, and then I don't know. I haven't read a whole lot lately.
Well, what about something from your past that you've read or didn't read? Is it really that tough of a question?
I have read like fucking so many books.
So the one I would do is the Driz de Warden series.
Say that 5 times fast.
Driz de Warden, Driz de Warden, Driz de Warden, Driz de Warden,
Faster.
Driz.
You forgot the series part.
Series.
I guess I would say 11 Thumbs.
Yeah.
Because everything else I've liked has been turned into a TV or a movie.
Really?
TV show, yeah. Paper Towns, Looking for Alaska.
You know what I think would be like an interesting movie to make though, actually? You know that book you recommended me that I just read? What's it called? What You Need Is in the Library?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called? It said like what You Need Is in the Library, I think that's what it's called. But it's like a bunch of short stories compilated, written like in Japan by a Japanese author. But they translated it to English, and it's got like all of these like short stories about like people in different types of crises in their lives, on like different points in their lives and different ages. But they all come to like this community library and get like a book recommendation that like kind of changes their life. And they like start like living a little bit differently. But the point is like that they took the initiative themselves. Like it wasn't the book, it was them that like changed their like life and stuff. It's like people like are all over like how they read this book, like when they didn't know like what to do with themselves, or like they didn't know where they wanted to go or have like a direction, and it like helped them a lot. And like you saw it on social media and like sent it to me. I forgot about it for a while, and I saw it, and I like listened to the audiobook while driving like recently. And it was actually really interesting. I didn't have like any epiphanies or anything in it yet, but like it was very interesting, and I think it would be like nice to like have like a visual of that, because I think like it's short enough that it would be a good movie, and also something that people would like resonate with a lot and would like reach a lot of audience.
I agree. I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, but just like knowing what it's about, it would be like
right. Yeah.
Because like you'd have like a different cast like every little story,
Mm-hmm.
and like the main like the cast that stays the same is going to be like the people who work in the library. And actually, there are like overlaps. Like there's like a character in the first story who's like one of the side characters, and then he's another side character in another one later. So those people, like the main characters of those two stories, haven't met each other, but they do know the same person, like that kind of thing, because they're in the same place. Like because the library is like a community library, so they all have to like somehow end up there. Like one of them went to the same like community class as another one, but they weren't like related at all. They weren't friends. And that girl's like boyfriend is the main character of another episode or whatever, chapter or whatever. So I don't know, it's very interesting, and you'd be able to see like all those overlaps and like stories like actually happen on screen.
Did you fall asleep?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, we're almost done. So this is oh boy.
What?
So we called this episode the Frybread Chronicles and Raven.
Huh. Okay, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm okay. We're good. Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So why did we call it the Frybread Chronicles other than where you got it? Like, what is the connection between fry bread and this? Because we didn't talk about fry bread at all.
We can talk about fry bread.
Frybread is my embarrassing story, actually.
Oh.
No. I don't know. I said that as like a joke.
Yeah.
Because we're native.
You guys.
I don't know where I was going with that, but you know. Because we named
You guys
the
are supposed to
podcast.
I'm Heather.
There we go.
I'm Skippy.
We named the podcast Blackberries.
Yeah, don't put that in.
Like, what?
Blackberries.
Because bear, your cat, and then, you know,
Berries.
berries, yeah,
I mean, because we couldn't think of nothing.
oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we were going to originally name it, what was it, fry bread and wheat or
Yeah,
something?
that was when we were going to have a reoccurring white
It's not my fault. I was born like this.
No.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But then, you know, that didn't work out, so.
Oh, wait, who is this white person?
My ex-roommate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, ask us a really good question.
Okay, so really good question. Okay. What's your favorite cuss word?
Really?
Cunt.
No. Wait.
She let that drop.
No, it's because I have that thing in my car. You know those like window, or what do you call that? Like
Like
a
a
suction
decal?
cup thing? It's like it's like the thing that goes on the window with the suction cup. Yeah. You know,
car decoration.
you know those little suction cups that you can put like in the shower or whatever?
Yes.
There's one on the inside of my window, and it's like a little diamond. It looks like a road sign shape, but it's green, and it just says cunt
Okay.
in my window in my car. So that when I pass people... Literally the day after I put it on there, I was working at the hospital, and someone put a note on like my car window. Like, I was working overnight.
Mm.
So like the next morning I come outside at like 8 a.m. There's like a note on my car that says like, it gets better, like, you're loved or some shit like that. And I was like, I don't know if they just assumed that every person who like parks at a hospital is like going through a traumatic life event, or if they saw my sign and was being like kind of like a little micro Karen, and they were like, this sign is offensive and it will get better. Because I feel like it was that.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite cuss word?
Mm.
You don't cuss that much.
I think mine's fuck.
When I'm yelling at people, I do cuss. Want to call that guy?
You gotta share that story now that you said that. Wrap it up.
Share a story? Okay.
This story's so funny, I swear to God.
So we just moved into a new place, and our door's on the side of the building, and I put in the instructions, walk through the gate, and we're the second door on the right. And driver gets here, he goes to the front door, and he's talking to my neighbor because I can hear him, and he called me. And instead of listening to me, he's asking the guy, you know, where I'm at. And again, we just moved in here. We haven't met our neighbors yet. And finally, he gets back on the phone and starts talking to me again. And he was like, where are you? And I was like, oh, we're the second door on the side. I meant to put it in the notes, and if I didn't, that's my bad. And he pauses for a second. He said, well, it's your bad. And I was taken aback, so I took a second and I said, "Excuse me?" And then I think he could tell by the tone in my voice that I wasn't gonna, play. And it kind of just seemed like he was looking for confrontation because he was in a bad mood for zero reason. Maybe he was having a bad day, and I was having a really bad day. And I'm also, 36 weeks pregnant. I have zero patience for literally anybody. And I was like, I don't like making, contact with people. That's why I say leave it at my door. And so I was like, okay, so where are you? And I walk out the door, and he's walking through the gate, like in the note, in what the note says. And I hang up the phone, I go and grab the pizza, and he's like, well, you're grabby, aren't you? And I said something along the lines of, well, you're being rude. And then I said, I suggest that you leave now. And then he turns around and stares at me for a second. And I said, go before I call the police. I ain't gonna call nobody. Okay, and then he looks even more offended. And I don't know if it was because he's a white man and the tables have turned.
He was old, right?
Yeah, he was some old fat guy.
You were like, go before I call the police for...
Oh, for harassment.
Sexual harassment or something.
No, I just said for
harassment.
And then he was again, clutching his pearls a little bit. And then he was like, well, you called me here, you dumb bitch. And then I said, well, you know what? Fuck you. Because I'm going to report you. Good luck paying your bills, you fat cunt. It's really not funny. No, it's
and
not.
She recorded the last part, so we got to hear it.
I did, and because I didn't know what he was gonna do, I was just yelling because I was upset.
But yeah,
if I hadn't have had a bad day, I wouldn't have reacted like that. I would have been like, "You don't need to be."
You also wouldn't have reacted even remotely like that if he hadn't been so aggressive. And when you get frustrated or scared, you have a tone in your voice and react like that, not aggressively, but questioningly. And so in the video you can hear it that you're a little bit freaked out by him.
Yeah, because you never know what people are going to do and not do. Yeah, I don't like being like that with people, for real. But I was already upset, and I was like, you want to have a confrontation? Let's go.
Yeah, literally.
But again, I also don't know what this person's going to do, and now they know where I live. So when I contacted support, they were like, if, you need to make a police report, we'll provide them with all the information. So, yeah.
We can end it.
Wow.
Just say thank you for watching, listening.
Anyway, thank you for watching.
This has been
interesting.
Yeah.
We were all over the place. I'm glad it was mostly lighthearted though.
I wonder who was asking the questions.
Huh? That ghost over there.
Yeah, actually there's nobody sitting over there because I'm Heather. So we've just been we've been getting these questions off the internet and pretending.
Yeah, pre-recorded.
Yeah, literally.
Alright, have a good night, make good choices, be kind.